You need to watch this if you're planning on taking an A-level subject soon. There are three main issues that you need to adjust to in order to mind the gap between IGCSE and A-level. Before we dive in, let's just clear something up. Many students wonder if they need to revise their IGCSE subject before starting their A-levels. The short answer, it's not required. You'll find that much of the knowledge will come back to you as you progress in your A-levels. In fact, a lot of content in biology and chemistry is directly repeated from your IGCSE. Let's tackle the main issues students face with their A-levels. First, the old approach of IGCSE where you used to study before the exam is not going to be very successful here. Nearly 60% of your A-level exam is based on exam skills where you have to analyze data. The human brain requires time to develop these critical skills. It's like practicing for a sport tournament. You need to practice to develop the brain power before the exam. The second issue students face with their A-levels is the way they approach revising. Let's take this example. In one study, a group was allowed to read the content of a long biography 5 times until they felt confident to take a test. Another group was only allowed to read the biography once, but they had the chance to take 3 mini tests before taking the final exam. Guess which group performed better? The second group performed 40% better than the first one. This shows you how important it is to actively recall the information to have long-term memory. The last and the most important point is for students who are homeschooling their A-levels. You'll suddenly find that you're not pushed to study for school assessment. However, you need to motivate yourself to study regularly despite not having a school test. That should be easy because there's nothing more motivating and encouraging than thinking that the A-levels is the last stage before you get to university, which would actually change your life. Now, let me tell you the way I plan with my students for their A-levels. We first check the exam schedule, we print the specification, and we set weekly and monthly targets along with regular tests. I usually finish the entire syllabus at least 1 month before the exam. In the final few weeks, they will be dedicated to solve full exams and do mock tests. That's it for today, and as always, feel free to ask questions.